right, here we are on our way to Palm Springs to do our Cactus to Cloud hike. This is Prasanna, Smita, Sunil. Hi guys.
Hello.
Look at Smita hydrating in the back.
Tiny.
So we are driving out to Palm Springs right now. It's about a little close to 5:30 in the afternoon. This is a pretty hard hike that we are doing. So we are going from about 400 feet elevation to about 10,800 feet. So we are going to get about 10,400 feet elevation gain in a matter of 15 miles going up, almost. And the total hike is about 21 miles. So once we get there, hopefully around 7:30 in the evening, we'll probably start the hike. And then our hope is we get to the tram station by what time? Morning?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Very optimistic.
Okay, 7:10.
7:10. And then hopefully we'll be then coming down and getting our last tram at 8 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. So this is a tough hike. It's arguably one of the toughest hikes in, what did the Backpacker magazine say? One of the toughest hikes in the world.
Yeah, in the world, yeah.
Yeah, one of the top five hikes in the world. So it's not going to be a piece of cake. Especially, I think a couple of things that we are worried about is, one is the heat. We're going to be hiking at about 95 degrees, which is close to about 35 degrees centigrade or 40 degrees centigrade heat. And then going up to the top, which is probably about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think they call it like hiking from Africa to Antarctica, something like that.
Yes.
So heat and altitude sickness are the two things that worries us. So we can't really go too fast. So we got to maintain a pace and hopefully succeed. So anything else on the hike? No? Trying to save some time so that we don't have to record when we are on the hike. While we are stuck in this 91 freeway, this LA traffic. Currently it says we'll be getting there around 7 o'clock, and then hopefully by 7:30 is the sunset, so we're probably going to start at that time. So we're all fully loaded, electrolytes, meds, energy multipliers, Dimox, you name it, we have everything. Caffeine,
painkillers,
caffeine tablets, painkillers, all that stuff. Fire, energy, everything. Okay, so good luck to us.
Thank you. Let's go.
Alright, it's 7:30 in the afternoon, evening. We are getting ready to go up Cactus to Cloud. You see that back up there is just a trailhead, and hoping we will have a successful climb, right?
We will make it. We all will make it to the peak.
Alright, it's 7:30 in the afternoon, evening. We are getting ready to go up Cactus to Cloud. You see that back up there is just a trailhead, and hoping we will have a successful climb, right?
We will make it. We all will make it to the peak.
Come. So we just got started. We're only about 15 minutes into it. In the background you can see the city of Palm Springs. Pretty soon it will be just city lights. So we are doing okay now. The weather is hot, humid, but not too bad. Much better than what we expected. The slopes are pretty steep to start. And we're told it will be like this all the way going up. So we just passed our picnic table area, which is about 0.8 miles from our trailhead. And we're slowly inching our way up. Team is doing well. And the slopes up here are not too bad, but still it's pretty hot. and humid. Looks like we're slowly getting to the rescue box 1. Let's see. Right there it is. Guys, we have gotten to our first milestone here. Right. That's pretty good. And as we look at it,
Somebody left water.
oh, there's sunglasses. Those looks like my sunglasses.
Sunglasses, crackers.
Nancy.
Oh, none too, yeah. Oh, they left a lot of stuff.
We don't need
First
any
aid
of that, right?
box too.
We don't need any of that. So, as you can see, it's about 9:50 at night, 2.14 miles, and about 2,300 elevation. And the time we have been hiking is over 2 hours. So we're gonna take a little break, guys.
Yep.
300 feet, the 4,300 pebble. It's about 12:06. About 4.5 hours of walking, and here it is, 4,300 feet. And there are the stars of this hike, standing there,
Sweating away.
all ready to go another 7,000 feet more. Things are good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, okay.
All that energy stuff has helped, right? Running up here.
Okay.
So we are at about 5,000 feet elevation. As you can see here, about 6 hours and 45 minutes of walking, 2:15. And it's a tough climb. We're getting close to rescue box number 2. And from here, you can actually see the beautiful lights of Palm Springs. And as I'm turning around, you can see the fellow hikers walking up the mountain, and the blue light over there, I'll try and see if you can see it. It's right there. That is the ranger station, or the tram station, which is our first stop to get before we head out to the San Jacinto Peak. It's beautiful out here in the sense it's quiet. It's still a little warm, but we haven't seen any hikers yet. We do see some lights down below, probably another 3,000 feet down, and that probably are some folks coming up. On the pace at which they are going, they may pretty much catch up with us probably in another half an hour or so. But we are doing okay. Once we get to rescue 2, we'll take a break. Right, we are at rescue 2. This is rescue 2. You guys want to open and see what's in there? Look at the excitement of opening in there. There you go. What do we have there?
Water, brownie, some gel, first aid,
All the nice people that have left.
cookies.
Is that a popcorn?
Yeah, I think caramel.
So how's it going, guys?
Far so good.
220.
I can see the tram light up there. And let's look at our timing right here. So it's about 2:20, 2:19 to be exact. A little over 5170 elevation. And we're about 6.5 miles in. So pretty good. Right, what do we have here? According to Smita, this is mountain lion poop. Ooh, scary. With berries means it is mountain lion. And we've been seeing this all across the trail going up. Hopefully we don't come across one.
No, not today. Because they stopped.
So it's about 3:20. We are at the flat rock. Taking a short break.
I'm stuffing my face.
Smitha, Sadna. Yeah, we are actually filling up our electrolytes, our tailwind, and we now have the brutal traverse to climb. So we have to go up another what, 3,500 feet? No, 2,000 feet and about 3.5 miles left to get to the tram station, which is going to be tough. So our hope is to do the next stretch with not too much problem and get there before 7 o'clock if we can. We'll see. So far so good, right guys? So we are inching our way up to Kaufman's Crag. It's about 5:17 in the morning. In the background you can see the sun slowly coming up, and city of Palm Springs in the background. We're about over 7,000 feet elevation, and we've already trekked about 8 miles up here. We have gone past the desert country, the rolling hills, and now we are onto the alpine country. It's beautiful now, but we can actually see stuff. Smita and Prasanna are right behind. In another couple hours, we're hoping to get to the Round Valley Ranger Station, the tram station, and then the final summit. So we are walking close to Kaufman's Crag, after which we will come across Rupp's Notch. Doing a good pace so far. Traverse has been brutal. There's a fallen tree here. And slowly making their way up past Kaufman's Crag, doing our final stretch. It's about a little after 5:30, about 8.3 miles in, and about 7,300 or so feet, maybe a little more. There are so many fallen trees on these trails here. Soon see the acrobatics of Smita and Prasanna getting from past underneath the tree. You make it look so easy.
What?
I had to struggle getting past that thing. Careful. Beautiful out here. Birds chirping. situation where you gotta navigate. It's about 6:15 in the morning. We're about 8.6 miles in, and lo and behold, at about 7,500 feet, we see the huge behemoth of this rock over here called the Kaufman's Crag. It's beautiful. It's almost like one piece of stone sitting right on top here. It goes up to probably, I would say, about 8,800 feet elevation, and it is a pretty picture. It was a struggle getting up here. Kind of steep slope that we were navigating was not an easy one. You can probably tell from the way I'm breathing right now. The toughest part of the hike, the indomitable traverse. Sun has come up. We're all slowly inching our way up. There you see the expert hikers one by one coming up. You were looking for Kaufman's Crag, and here it is. It's all an act. He's actually doing a lot better than what she's showing. And Prasanna is right behind. Both of them are swimming through. So we are over at the Long Valley. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Good timing, actually. It's about 9 miles in, about a little over 8,000 feet elevation. It's beautiful out here, really beautiful. This part of the country is really great. And we're done with the slopes. Mira and Prasanna are right behind me. And now refill, repack, and hit the summit. The final 12 miles. So we'll see. We'll see how all this pans out. We'll see where we are, so we can approach the Long Valley together. Slowly but surely, making it up to the flats of Long Valley. Awesome timing, guys. It's 7 o'clock. So let's recoup in 10-15 minutes and hit our next stride, the final push. Yeah, for the permit, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll stop over there. So carry on. But congrats, good job. It's around 8:30 in the morning. We are actually gone past Long Valley and onto Round Valley. And still quite a ways to go, but it's beautiful out here. It's really beautiful. Snow has melted quite a bit from the last time we were here a few weeks ago. So the trail is pretty neat and clean, devoid of snow, and it's beautiful. The weather is great. It's a much better hiking challenge than what we encountered before. As you can see, there's still leftover snow from before, but really manageable. And if you listen carefully, there's a brook flowing, which was all snow last time we were here. It's beautiful. It's just the three of us and the squirrels. That's it. 8:30 in the morning in the San Jacinto Mountains. Beautiful day. So here we are, about 8:35, about close to 11 miles in, and about a mile from the ranger station. It's beautiful out here. It's just unbelievable, the San Jacinto Mountains. I mean, just enough snow, beautiful crisp air. So currently we are just perambulating in the alpine country. Not many people out here this morning. I think once the tram comes up, like around 8:30, 9 or so, probably gonna see a lot more people. So we're currently at about 8,500 feet. We have another 2,000 feet or so to go. And I think about a little over 5 miles left. And hopefully we make it. We struggled quite a bit in the traverse and the Craigman's Crag area and the Grub's Notch till we got Long Valley, but can't complain. It's all worth it. What's that? So it's about close to 10 o'clock, 9:56 a.m. Looks like we are probably going to be able to make this thing. We have another, I would say about a little less than 3 miles left. We are at an elevation of about 9,000 feet. So we have to get to about 10,800 feet. And it's only at 10 o'clock. So we should be able to get there and hopefully head on back. It's beautiful out here. A little out of breath, but to be expected. So look around. You can see the beautiful San Jacinto Mountains right now. Crisp air. Nice ambience. We're getting close to the Wellman's Divide, which is kind of like a scenic turn point before we get to the San Jacinto Peak. From Wellman's Divide, it's another 2.5 miles up the peak. If you look up further, you can see some other hikers are already on their way up. And we should be there probably in an hour or two, hopefully. And as you can see, there's still a lot of snow down here, but fortunately for us, the trekking path is clear of snow, at least for most part. So far we have not had to wear micro spikes, and that's a good thing. Wouldn't want to burden and slow us down with that thing. But if we have them, or we have to, we'll put them on. All right. From pretty close to the summit of the San Jacinto Mountains. It's getting a little warm, but a nice day. Alright, we are less than a mile from getting to the peak. It's about 12:16 p.m. Last mile is brutal. We're about 10,300 feet. About 10,400, about 400 feet more so to go. 1.6 miles left, but it's killing us. It's hot, it's very sleepy. I'm walking and sleeping. This is about 16 and a half hours of walking with no sleep from last night, but I think it's all worth it, right? So hopefully another 20-30 minutes we should be up at the peak, and then we're not going to spend too much time there because we don't want to get hit with any altitude sickness. So we're probably going to get up there, take a couple of pictures, say hi to folks there, and then head back. But it was an epic hike so far, and the last wedge is really kicking our butts. See in the background, you can see all those hills up there, snow covered, beautiful, really beautiful. And the path that's me that I was walking is the path that gotta go, turn around and switch back. Hopefully in 20 minutes or so we should be there. Oh, the peak. And Prasanna is behind. She's doing okay. I think she'll make it up there as well. It's great. All right, we made it. We got to the peak, C2C,
Go again.
from Palm Springs to Cactus to Cloud. Prasanna is on her way up here pretty soon. It's about 12:45 or so. We made it in about 17 hours and 24 minutes.
Woohoo!
About 10,800 feet. It was brutal. It was hard. And as you can see behind, you can see the mountain ranges up beyond San Gorgonio and all the rest up there. It's a pretty crowded day here today because this is one window that people are trying to maximize coming up this hill or a peak. Anyway, so we'll just wait here for Prasanna to show up and then we'll take a couple of pictures and with our cool t-shirts, C2C. Show off the C2C shirts. Woo. So now the challenge is to get back
In
6
one
miles
piece.
in one piece and get into the tram and go to Palm Springs and have some beer.
Now I'm gonna.
So we are atop the San Jacinto mountain, all the way up here at 10,800 feet at the peak, kind of precariously perched on the top of the peak. My hands may be shaking, but we got to see these views of downtown Palm Springs, San Gorgonio out there. If you look down deep there, you can see Gorgonio, and then right at the top of the peak here. A lot of people today because it's a great day to do this hike, and we successfully completed it. Beautiful. Alright. So here we are, all 3 Cali Climbers, all the way to the top, from Cactus to Cloud.
We did it. This time.
From all the way.
Cactus to Cloud. We had it.
We did.
All
We did.
3 of us.
It was brutal, but we did it.
Yes.
One for the ages.
You guys taking me to the dispensary now?
Yes.
As promised.
We're gonna need multiple kinds of dispensaries. So it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Just submitted San Jacinto, complete our C2C hike, and we're heading back. Heading back to the tram station. As soon as we get our elevation down a little bit, from that point we'll grab something to eat, and then hopefully we'll make it to the tram station on time to get back. And at that point we can call this a successful trip. It's not easy, it's brutal. So far it's over close to 18 hours of hiking, and we add another probably 4 or 5 more hours to get to the bottom. So we're looking at easily 21, 22 hours of hike with no sleep for the last 2 days. So don't think we could do this again. I'm getting an emphatic yes from our fellow hikers. So hopefully we get back in one piece. All right, it is. Oh, shoot, I don't have my watch set up to look at the time. It is 4:53.
Woohoo!
We are back at the ranger station after completing our C2C successfully. Took us a little long time, but close to 20 miles of trekking. I don't know how much elevation, like 10,400 feet of elevation gain. Back in one piece after about 21 hours of walking here and there. And here we are back. And Prasanna is behind us. She should be here pretty shortly as well. And then that's pretty much it. Now we're just gonna go file the permit in the thing, and then that'll be it.
Celebrate.
Bye. All right, the last of the deeds. Smita is holding the permit that we filed. It's just gonna go into this box, and that should. And this is on this side.
Sorry. Altitude.
Even that has to be explained.
Altitude, sir. Altitude.
And that should end this thing. And over there is the tram station, and we should be heading back. Done.